Well, hello and welcome back. In my last YouTube video, I showed you step-by-step instructions of how to make prints like these using plants and table mats to make interesting backgrounds. So if you've not seen that, there's a link to it over here. At the end of that video, I showed a gallery of different prints I'd made using that same technique, and I asked if anybody would like to see tutorials for any of those prints. A few of you requested this one, which is print number 11. It is a real busy print. Will make a great collage paper, but what I've done is I've broken this down into two halves. So what I'm going to show you today is a run through of the basic plant print, and then in part two I'll show you how I added on the plant mat, and it's going to be a lesson in going with the flow, because what came out of part two was this print and another print that I'm going to pull out and show you. Enjoy this video and then keep watching to see how I continue to develop the print. There we go again. I'm going to put some of this olive green down. A little bit of turquoise, teal, sorry. And down here, some alizarin crimson. Using this small 2-inch roller allows me to actually blend the paints on the gel plate itself and have a little bit of control of the spread of colour. And hopefully that should give me a bit of colour variation in my final print. Way up, I think. It's quite difficult to get it to lay down. We'll put it there instead. I haven't used this one yet. Let me use a piece of this. Because the leaves of this copper coloured frond were quite floppy, I sort of tried to, I don't know, flip it onto the gel plate to try and get the leaves to spread out a bit. Wasn't entirely successful, so now I'm just rearranging the leaves a little bit more to try and get them spread out so I can get a good print. Arranging these leaves a little bit. This little one, I'll take that leaf off. Lay him in there. We'll go with that. Again, not thinking about this too much. I'm just going to throw another layer on top. I'm picking up the excess paint in between the plants using this scrap gel print that is just going to become collage paper for me in the future. Squeeze around all those stems. Take a peek. If you haven't picked up all the paint that you want in between the plants, then just push it back down and have another press and see what you can get up. See if I get a little bit more up with a fresh sheet paper. I will, maybe I won't. Yeah, I picked up a little bit more. Carefully take these leaves off. Could be some good texture there. Pick it up on a nice light background. I'll add in a tiny bit of purple. Mix it in. Oh dear, do you know what I did? I forgot to dry the plant layer before rolling on this layer. Well, let's see what happens. This time I'm going to put it down on a piece of rice paper. I prefer using rice paper. Usually one of my papers of choice, because it's nice to collage with. It tears easily into shapes that you want and pastes down really well. A little sneak peek. Yeah, shame. So it's not a bad print. The colours are quite fun. I like the red and the turquoise along with the green. It's a bit of a shame that I forgot to let the plant print dry before I did the final layer. So we've got that smudging here and here. So I'm now going to continue on and add some more layers to this print. My first thoughts were to try and hide away those smudgy bits of the print. But what I end up with is this print here, which in my previous video I refer to really as a bit of a train wreck, but what it actually is a lesson in going with the flow. So what happened whilst I was adding those extra layers on, I inadvertently created this print, which I think is really quite fascinating, and I came up with this print, which again is a real delicate layer of fern, which I think is really pretty. So stay with me. You can watch that video here, part 2. Or if you just generally want to see some more botanical printing, you can click here. And also I think around about here, you should be able to subscribe to my channel. So thanks very much. Bye.